Hello lovelies, it's time for another haul. I know I've been really bad with spending, but this is kind of a beauty and fashion haul from Primark and Superdrug. I was hunting around for kind of outfits for the British Style Collective in June and a couple of blogger events that I've kind of got coming up, and I also went into town to pick up a couple of bits that I'd kind of run out of, like makeupy bits and things that I needed just to stock up on. First up, from Superdrug, I went in mainly because I needed a new razor, which I don't know about you, but does anyone else get really like overwhelmed when they go to the kind of razor department bit of Superdrug and there's like a million different razors, all different things going on? And I decided to give this one a try, which is the Wilkinson Sword Intuition, and it's actually the Ultra Moisture one. Now I have tried the Wilkinson Sword normal razors. I can't remember what the one I had was called. It's kind of blue. And I decided to give this one a go because you literally don't need shaving gel or shaving foam. You just attach the little head and it lathers up as soon as it comes into contact with water, which will be quite an interesting thing to try. And then I did pick up a couple of these Carmex lip balms, mainly because I love them. I'm obsessed with them and they are perfect for me in work, mainly because I don't really like pot lip balms for work because obviously I touch all sorts in work, and even though like you wash your hands and you clean your hands so many times, you can never be too careful. So I picked up two because they were 2 for £4. So I got the strawberry, which I normally always get, and it just absolutely smells gorgeous. And I've noticed the strawberry one doesn't tingle as much as the other ones. And then I also picked this one up, which I think is new, but it's the peach and mango burst one, which it says is actually tingle free. So if you don't like some of the Carmexes, the way they make your lips tingle, these ones with the little green lips at the top are the ones to go for. Then I just picked up a couple of makeup basics that I always use on a day-to-day basis, and it's just the L'Oreal True Match foundation in Rose Ivory. So it's just gorgeous for every day. It blends really nicely and it actually suits my super pale skin tone. And then I got another one of the sleek eyebrow kind of pencils with the spoolie. These are the L'Oreal Lip Paint Mattes, and I got 2 shades. One is in 212 Nudist and the other one is in 211 Babyin, which I just thought would make absolutely gorgeous because they're quite different colours, but they are gorgeous, and they just come in this little kind of squeezable packaging with quite an odd shaped doe foot. I don't know if it's meant to be like this, but the doe foot is very like slanted and then it's got a bit like that, which is kind of odd. So I don't know if that's so that you can properly get the outline of your lips around the outside, but I need to do a bit of research on these. But I am going to write a first impressions blog post on them as well. I'm all about the lip paints, liquid lipsticks. And then Maybelline was 2 for £10 on all their products, which I thought was like a really good deal. So I picked up 2 of their new matte lipsticks, which, how nice is that packaging? It's like a deep blue, like navy blue colour, and it's matte as well. So I picked up 987, which is like a really gorgeous, it's called Smoky Rose, but it's just a really nice natural rosy colour. I'm not going to swatch them now, I'm actually going to do a blog post on them. And then I got 975 Divine Wine, which is a gorgeous deep purpley red, and they are just so me, it's unreal. And I also got one of their Colour Sensation shaping lip liners, which I have 1,000,001 liquid lipsticks and I actually only have, I think this is my 3rd lip liner, which is really bad. So I got this in the colour Rich Wine. Lastly, I got the Maybelline The Nudes palette. I don't think they've got individual names. I don't think so anyway. but it's just called the Nudes, and I just thought it'd make a perfect nude palette because you have got some shimmer, like glittery ones, and some mattes as well. It's very satisfying because the palette, the actual eyeshadow palette, all the shadows are filled up perfectly to the top. On to what I got from Primark. First up, I got a candle in Wild Orchid and Honey. Just a gorgeous sweet scent. Oh, and it just smells like summer. And this was only £2 for this big candle. And I actually really like the little jars they come in. I need to figure out how to, you know, once you've burnt it down and you still have kind of candle on the outside, how to get rid of the candle that's left so that I can reuse this. But it was really nice, and this is number 9. I then got this blazer. It's just a gorgeous khaki green one with kind of 3/4 length sleeves that are like ruched at the ends, and I just thought, oh, it's got actual working pockets. Normally you get things and the pockets are kind of those sewn in ones, so they're kind of sewn shut, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's just a straight up and down khaki blazer with obviously the pockets on the front. It's not super thick, which is quite nice for summertime, because obviously you don't want a really thick jacket on when it's boiling hot. I was super boring and bought black socks for work. Nothing interesting there. I think they were like £1.80. You don't really need to know that, do you? Then I picked up some of these jeans. I had a pair of these jeans I think about this time last year, and they were amazing. I fell in love with them. I wore them with everything, and they got wrecked and I couldn't find them again. The Primark I picked them up in was like a smaller Primark, and when I went back to get like a second pair, because if I find jeans, particularly jeans that I really like, I will normally go and buy a second pair, mainly so that I have a backup in case anything happens, or I don't kind of wear them down as fast because I'm rotating them, if that makes sense. So when I went back to find them, they didn't have them anywhere, and I went to the bigger Primark in Liverpool, and even they didn't have them. There was like one random pair in like a size 6 or something, and I was like genuinely gutted that they didn't have it. So I picked up another pair of the skinny distressed jeans, which I really like these because they're not distressed to the point where you can put your feet through the holes. I don't know if it'll show, but they've kind of got like actual denim patches behind it, so I really like this because when it was cold your legs stay really nice and warm because the patches are covering them, but you still look like you've got distressed jeans on, which I thought were really nice. And they're in just a kind of mid-wash blue, which is actually really nice because I normally go for darker blue jeans, so I'm glad to have these back in my life. And these were £15, which I believe they were last time. Then I picked up this bag, which, oh my god, I have fallen in love with this bag since just spotting it in Primark. I feel like it doesn't look like a Primark bag, and for the price it was, it's £7. I feel like it could be worth so much more. Like, I could go into Topshop or somewhere like that and find it. But this is the bag. Like, how pretty is that? It's a gorgeous baby pink colour with, it's like a gunmetal grey on silver studs, and then this kind of, I think it's supposed to be part of, yeah, it is. It's part of the little kind of clasp, and it's just kind of like a little belt loop almost with two little, I think they're swallows on it. And as normal you get the long strap, and then you have the normal zippers and whatnot on it. But for £7, how good is that, and how gorgeous is it? And it's quite a decent size as well for a smaller bag, so you can fit quite a few things in it. And then the last two things I got were basically bras. You don't need to see a whole lot of them, but they were just 2 packs of the D to F bras, mainly because for some reason all the underwire in my bras all seem to break all at the same time. So I decided to just, for this month, because I've got quite a big bill coming out at the end of the month, instead of going and replacing all my bras and them being like £30 each, I decided just to go and get some cheap ones just to do me till next payday, and then I can just bin them. The only colours they had were a floral and khaki, and then a like blue floral and a red, well, like a salmony pink, deep salmon. So it'll have to do. I'll have to make them work somehow. But that is absolutely everything I got. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below for my next video. Bye guys.